everyone, and welcome to the map Data C. Today it is time for another viewer game submitted by this fine hero on the right side of the map, the Red Zerg, a returning champion. It is Dunkachino. And the bad-mannered Terran opponent already chatting it up on the left-hand side. It is Galactus. What is going on? GLHF from Mr. Chino, of course, and the response, leave now, from Galactus here. Ooh, I'm not too familiar with, the outside, the outdoor sports, but I'm pretty sure in at least one of those more physically oriented sports, this would be what is called a red card. This is quite the attitude issue. Get the FOC. Now. Now, what surprises me the most, actually, is not the chat. Yes, it's a little surprising, of course, to meet somebody who is so... I don't know what the right word is. Spun up already at the start of the game. That chat doesn't really surprise me. What does surprise me is he's not proxying anything. It's a completely normal, if a little defensive opener. The bunker's a little early, but I think we can all agree based on the chat, this man or woman, but let's be a little realistic here, more likely a man, has been hurt before. Dunkachino getting that OV to safety. Galactus making sure he can't get away. He can go down here though. Especially... oh dear. Really? You're one of those Terrans. Oh, God. Can't stand that. I just have to get the OV. Send it down here to the south. Dunk. No. Alright. So what is the response, of course, from Mr. Dunkachino on the other side here, this Red Zerg? He has been nothing but standard and polite so far and has been met with only attitude and shenanigans. And this is a quadruple gas opener from the Terran with the third CC. I want my third CC and every gas. You only have 20 something workers though. Yeah, so gotta get those gases eventually. Why not all of them right now when I'm thinking about it? After all, I only have an average of 78 APM. I think we can all see where this is going. Red Zerg sending out the scouting links, doing that shift deselect command. I like to see it. I don't like to see that though. Poor innocent scouting ling. I do like the spread of the vision, keeping an eye on the third base here, making sure Terran's not up to any sort of economical shenanigans. Now is about the time you'd want to be sending in an OV though. I usually like to send 2 OVs around the start of the match. Of course, that is a hotly debated difference. Do you just send the one to the pillar? What if you lose it? I would be sending a second one over here and then into the main base. Right around the 3:30 to 4 minute mark, because that's when the Terran is usually getting their panic missile turrets. And that's something I like to know. so that I can say thank you. Thank you for showing me your panic. High-sec auto-tracking first? I mean, I see based on the multiple factories, it's probably a mech match, but still. Come on, this is something I make fun of people for. Where are these Marines going? The SCV was scouting. I like it, the bold confidence from the Zerg here. Sees the Marines moving out, makes a round of 12 drones. How many queens you got? 7 queens, not enough. Make more queens. Yes, I see your supply blocked. You cannot make more queens, but still, make more queens. 12, at least. 1 on each hatch and like 8 on the control group for creep and defense. Blue Flame coming out along with double siege tank production. Blue Flame, of course, not a very applicable upgrade. Oh, just pulling all the extra SCVs off, I suppose. Wait, this wasn't the third? Oh, he got a changeling out. Very good. Sees the CC come down. Oh, they got him. They found him. Changeling undone. Magfield. Yeah, for all those cyclones we have, huh? Okay. Roach Warren coming down from Dunkachino. Very good. Possibly now, just because now is when he's kind of realized, oh crap, I'm fighting a dirty mech player. Gonna need some roaches. Going up against mech, kind of the first thing you want to do is be as greedy as possible, because mech takes a bit longer to get operational, especially when the mech player does not open up with Marines. It's very common to see at the highest level, or at least higher levels I should say, mech players will open up with at least a dozen Marines and a couple medevacs to get aggressive, to buy themselves the time to get the mech army, because mech takes so much longer to get set up. I'll speed this up just a little bit for the downtime here. Spire, Infestation Pit from the Zerg, all good, solid choices. Not too sure about maybe mutas in this situation. Yes, mech does have some vulnerabilities to air units, but I don't know, this one's been doing nothing but making turrets and siege tanks. Oh, and a good Widow Mine shot. LOL. This is the kind of player we're dealing with here. The truest advice I can give you if you're going up against somebody is to either keep a cool head and ignore them, or just mute them. Just mute them through the menu message log. I want to say menu message log, and there's a little symbol at the bottom for mute or block. It's one of those, but it makes it so you cannot see their chats, their absurd behavior. This CC, I can't even call it decorative because it has no energy. He used it for something, just not what it's usually used for. Just extra SCVs. It's a macro CC. I see all these Zergs, they make macro hatches in their base when they need more larvae. Well, I need more mules. I need more scans. Blue Flame Hellions stumble onto a lot of Zerglings, actually. Tries to just get some damage done on a tank. Not going to get too much done, though. Galactus looking like he's getting ready to move out. Yes, of course, because the time to move out is after you've just started some upgrades and you're only at 153 supply. Yes, that's the timing. Roaches step forward. Siege tanks not quite set up. Back up, back up. Back up, roaches. Little. Don't want to fight the tanks, you just want to make them siege up. Try and delay the push as long as you can. Oh, the mutas. I didn't even realize he made mutas. I'm not even sure where they're going, though. Oh, they were on a shift key there. Now he's controlling them. Siege tanks pressuring. Well, just one tank. No vision. He doesn't have any vision. APM spiking over 100 for our blue Terran here as he scrambles for the muta defense. Vikings, not the usual pick, but it looks like they're going to get the job done because the Zerg player is focusing on the armory. Where are you going? Armory's at red health. Yes, the mutas were going to die regardless. Galactus, of course, pulling everybody home, recognizing the value of Hellbats versus mutas. Swarm hosts, I like it. Little bit of a choice, though, to go into the long game versus the mech player, but at this point, he's got 4 bases. There's nothing you can really do. Where's my hive tech? My vipers? I see adrenal glands. Both damage upgrades on the way. That's a very good thing. Nice to see that you want to do that versus mech. Not something most lower players think of because mech deals so much damage. The armor's not really as important. You're more interested in just trying to clear the units and trade as effectively as possible. Vikings landing on deck. The supportive Thors are here. And now both players are maxed out. Not anymore. Ling barbecue. Swarm hosts gonna just be nothing more than a real roadblock, a stop sign at best. The piles. He doesn't even try to split. Doesn't even try to get away. I'll admit, this is a little bit of a scary army, but a lot of it's actually Vikings, which are not super scary. Vikings not the usual choice for mech units, of course. Ooh. Oh, that is such a bad manner move. That's a red card for sure. Offensive GG. Before the push is even really done. There's enough queens here. Oh no, where are you going, queens? The Thors are the biggest problem for the queens. Just a couple vipers. Oh, it hurts. Adrenal gland lings will actually do pretty well against the Thors. Roach is going to do fine as well. He's going to clean this all up, which is a beautiful move to an offensive GG. Just crush their push. Army supply reset, essentially for both players. Our Zerg is still at 88 drones, though. I heard a Widow Mine. There they are. Yeah, the drone kills have been minimal at best. And now the counterattack mech units take a while to rebuild. There's 3 Thors, a couple Widow Mines. Not going to get enough done with the Widow Mines, though. Dunkachino going to clear the base of its workers, pull back any remaining lings. The damage is done. You've smoked 33 SCVs. Very nice. I'm sorry, the SCV wasn't working? It looks like he was. Okay. Not anymore. Base going to be cancelled. A lot of Ling Ravager now. Perfect to trade against the Thors, especially when you know Bile Micro is non-existent. I don't... Yeah, just trying to pick off the Thors, it seems. You're gonna lose everything, though. Getting out of the way of the Liberator fields, moving aggressively, gonna be able to take down every Thor that was here, though. That is a good trade. I know as a caster, I'm supposed to be relatively unbiased and, you know, neutral between both the players to try and give the illusion that I don't have a particular favorite or I don't quite know who's going to win. But offensive GG, rude since the start, 32 banelings in production here. Come on, guys. I'm rooting for the Zerg. Bad-mannered players do not deserve such victories. Additional CC. Oh. The outline of the hatchery. So I think I'll take this base now. Ooh, that's a lot of Banes. Orbital command gonna lift. Widowmine gonna get a good trade. And more SCVs have fallen. 53 SCV kills now. Clearing this base with a kill, not a cancel, of course. 2:30 APM for our Zerg here. Of course, a lot of that could just be simply Zerg production, not necessarily army and unit micro. The Liberators, that's a lot of Liberators, actually. 7? He knows what Liberators are. He knows Liberators are actually pretty good. Not necessarily against Ravagers, but, you know, they get the job done. It's so many Banelings. Whew, that was a little more than 3. You only need 3. 3 Biles to kill off the Liberator. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gotta be a little careful here, though, because you could get sandwiched between the Hellbats and the Thors over here. Although it is working splendidly. Don't lose sight of your purpose, Banelings. Trading versus a Thor. Not ideal, but at this point, the Zerg does not need to be cost effective. The amount of resources lost, even though yes, the Terran is in favor of that. Not really. The Zerg player has been up on bases, has had over 80 drones for the amount of time. Larva macro has been solid, so I would say this is going very well. At this point, the Zerg player can afford to be inefficient, can kind of afford to just throw things away as long as you're trading. Maybe getting Liberators off the board, killing Thors, killing CCs. It's all good. Ravager, of course, a good unit. Solid choice here. There's no Liberator range on the board. Okay. Like, did I miss something? No, I didn't miss anything. Not sure what the K is for, but he's allowed. He's allowed a K. Way to not be rude. Way to keep a cool head. Does Swarm Host hit squad over here? How many is it? 8. 8 Swarm Hosts. Likely just to distract, I would wager. Liberators and tanks are the only things over here, though, so it's gonna be good. Maybe get rid of the siege tank. That would be very helpful, yeah. Clear the way for the eventual Roach Ravager push. The Terran player apparently going to rotate and cycle all of their units over to the right side here. The Swarm Host going to be found out the run. Waddle. How many legs do they have? It looks like 4, but they don't want to use them. Dunkachino playing the micro side, the Terran aggression side of the game here. Got 2 groups getting damaged on both sides of the map. The Terran player going to be furious and send their army of Thors over to the right side here. The Vikings, like, why the Vikings? Roach Ravager, decimating the bases. You actually gonna go for the natural? I agree, kill the production, actually. At this point, you've killed so many SCVs, so many bases, it might be better just to kill off the production, since you know the Terran's not over here. Or, I'm sorry, the Terran is over here. He's not defending his base. Few Corruptors versus the Libs, I'd wager. Oh, the Vikings? I don't like that for the Vikings, actually. Making 4 Corruptors to fight off 12 Vikings, that seems like a bit much. Oh no, we lost him. Galactus. 0 current APM. He's probably typing. Roach Ravager completely trashing the main base, decimating the production here. This game is over. And apparently Galactus agreed. He says, oh, well, my offensive GG didn't work. I even tried to make a Thor. Guess I'll just walk away. Oh, no, he's here. 16 AP. He didn't move his army, though. He's selecting stuff. Ah, yes, now is the time to drop a mule. Of course. As the Zerglings and Ravagers scour your base from existence, now is the time. This should be plenty. Even though there's 7 Thors on the board, I totally would take this fight. The Viking's gonna land on deck, forcing a retreat. Oh. Kill off the Liberator as you go. Not too bad. Is this the only? This is the only building. Get out of here, Terran. Get you and your bad manners out. I'm sure Dunkachino is just reveling in this victory. I would. Send the 4 Thors across to the other side of the map. Do you deal with the army or do you go for the building? He has 0 workers. He can't even make a depot. There's no hope. And no chat, too. Come on. He left the game. He wasn't destroyed because Dunkachino went for the army instead of the building. So he had the opportunity. He chose to just leave. A wild match. Bit of an unusual match. Low APM mech Terran. Raging, offensive GG. You need more help than I am qualified to provide, dear mech Terran. Attitude would be my first recommendation. Dunkachino, I have one word for you. Vipers. You know I love Vipers. You know how much I will praise them and stand by them. Yes, it was good to have a lot of Banes, a lot of Ravagers. Yes, I cannot deny that. But even just 1 or 2 Vipers, a Blinding Cloud, and Abduct to make the battle versus the Thors or the Liberators a bit easier. That is all. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. As always, I hope you have a great day.